Okay, so in this video we're going to create a cute little quick cartoon character using Polygon modeling. I'm going to start with a sphere. And I'm going to apply a taper to that sphere. Oops, click on the tab first. Let's go back to the sphere right quick. I'm just going to go ahead and make this an even 40. I just like to work with whole numbers, it makes it easier. Whoops, that's a 9, not a 0. And I think that's going to work. Okay, so that's my starting point. Let's get the character above the line. And I like to turn this off. It just bothers me. Okay. Change default shading to hidden line. Okay. So I'm going to now convert to an editable poly. Okay. And I'm going to go into my left view here. And I'm going to go to my vertex mode, and I'm going to click on that vertex to delete it. Because I now want to be able to have this entire... Actually, I want to remove it. There we go. I wanted it to cap it. If I just deleted it, you could see through, and it didn't create that polygon right there. I wanted the polygon right here. There we go. Okay, that's what I wanted. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and in my polygon mode, I'm going to erase that half of the character. Okay, got everything. Now, change this to hidden line, and I'm going to go to the bottom. And I'm going to do the same thing, vertex mode, and I'm going to select I may just want to get rid of that edge right there. Just remove that one. So that this becomes my polygon to sprout my legs from. Okay? That should work. Okay, so now I have set up my half of my character. Let's leave that on the bottom for now. And we'll have to think about the face. I'm going to remove that because the eye is going to go there. And then the mouth, I think for now I'm just going to leave that. We will pull these in, work with what's there, just move around with what's there and add more as we need to. I think what I want to do is, let's go into my edge mode. Chamfer. So it's kind of created a mouth there for me. There we go. I'm going to add 3 segments, just because it's going to give me some more lines in there that I might or might not need. You don't want to go overboard, but at the same time too, if you think you might need them, it's better to put them in now rather than to do it later. And then I think we're good. Okay. And so I'm going to use this as the basis of my character. I'm going to bevel inward, so I'm going to pull down to create my eye socket. Okay. Now I'm going to go to my edge mode, and I'm going to select that ring. Nope, it didn't do what I wanted. I was hoping I could get them all. So I'm just going to hold down my control key and select all the edges. And chamfer. And what I'm doing is just so that when I apply my Turbo Smooth, I have softened the edge around this. And I'll show you. I'm going to say okay. Okay, so let me apply my Turbo Smooth and show you what I'm talking about. There we go. You see how it softened that up? When I render this out, it has started to soften. There's more we have to do to it, but it started to soften it. Maybe the second iteration. Yeah, we're going to have to work with this a little bit more, but let me try something else just so you can see. Instead of chamfering it, let's grow that. Let's take that original selection and scale it up like that. And then apply the Turbo Smooth. That might actually look better. Yeah, I like that better than the chamfer. I'm going to need a second iteration on that Turbo Smooth. There we go. And it's kind of created that interesting little eye socket. Because I'm going to come back in here and put an eye in there. Okay. So I just scaled that up a little bit. Okay. So let's work with the arm. And we're going to go into our polygon mode. And we're going to select the arm. And we're going to bevel it. And we're going to come out. And say okay. Now, you often will see characters standing with their arms straight out like this and their legs spread apart, and that's on purpose. And that is called the Da Vinci pose because it looks like the Vitruvian man from that Leonardo da Vinci drew. And the reason we do that is once you get to rigging the character, if the arms are not held out like this, you get a weird webbing in the underarm and in the crotch. And when you try to rig this and then animate it, it ends up creating some very bizarre problems in the armpits and in between the legs. And so what you want to do when you're creating your character initially is to create the arms out and the legs apart. And I'll show you very quickly what I'm talking about. All right, so with Leonardo da Vinci's character, his arms were out and his legs were apart. Okay, I can't type. I took typing in school, high school, when everybody else was taking it. Right, and so you see here with this character, the arms are out and the legs are apart. And then later, if you need to move them down, you can. But we'll end up putting a rig inside of the character. And in order to prevent weird stuff happening, because it does happen, we start with the arms out. Okay, that one somebody's actually done the whole Da Vinci thing, but I'm talking about this. So we'll always model our characters like this. And that's why you see them like that. It's just to avoid those issues. Okay, we will stop here and continue in the next video.